I'm not gonna hear the beat though. Boo. Oh, I can hear it. Mm, mm. Ooh. No. Oh. Mm. Oh, yeah, yeah, pretty much. Constantly. Yeah, bro, they gonna be toothless after all this. Well, holiday. Oh man, so I brine me a mean turkey. You know me, I'm always about the brine. So I had in there for like 2 days, man. So it absorbed all that goodness, and when it came out the oven, bro, that day, mm, mm, mwah, you feel me? So yeah, Ratatouille would be proud. Um, but other than that, man, just availed myself of a couple of the deals, during the Black Friday, Cyber Monday type. Yeah.
Oh, was he in and it's no longer there? Oh, man. No, I never went to sleep. I just never went to sleep. I was at, I was working, man, that one time, but then the other 2 weeks you didn't. It's been 3 weeks. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks. But yeah, man. So I just picked up on an old hobby. So that's the only thing different that I've done. Other than that, it's been working. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Back, yeah, because when I was younger, man, I used to be big on perfumery. Yeah, man. When I was younger, but back, huh? Dude, perfumery, cologne, whatever you want to call it, right? Things that make you smell better. But yeah, so like when I was younger, like I was, I guess as big as a barely making it, 17 through 21-year-old could be. I mean, everybody, see, that's what I was saying. That's what I was about to say. Back then it was, what everybody else was wearing. I know you remember Juke, right? Yeah, Dracar Noir. Yep. Uh, Man, there was so many. I remember like back then, like you felt like you were the man when you had like red or blue jeans. Like there were a lot of common ones. So, but my favorite was always Ghost. When I put my nose on that one was my favorite. Have you started? Have you started? Okay, good. The cast, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, because I just jumped in. We're talking. We do our little rando topics. But yeah, that's the yes. It's been up. I don't have sound or him. Okay. Oh, six layer. But yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's that. Hey, but that's the thing that I've been back in heavy. What the heck? But yeah, other than that, man, games. What games you been playing?
Oh, there he
Yeah, it
is.
says.
Now they
Okay.
should be able to hear me. Sick, are
Okay,
you
that's
back
sick right
in?
there.
Man, technical difficulties as always. We don't hear them.
Always.
Okay, not always. Maybe in my end, because I mute myself sometimes, don't realize it. And I'm over here talking and yapping away, and nobody tells me early in the chat, say, "Hey, man, we can't hear you." Last time I was like,
I mean, but
last time I was
on
15
this
minutes
one,
in, and nobody told me anything. People were just listen, like looking at my lips move and not saying a word about my no audio.
oh yeah, that was another thing. You
What?
were doing those impromptu shows,
Yeah.
right? That's why I gave you my number. I was like, bro, if you want to do something like that, man, just shoot me a message or something. I'll join. But like Twitter, bro, like I've lost so much interest in Twitter. Like I only get on Twitter to talk with the real Xbox G's
Doc,
that I'm following.
did you change your name?
I was inspired by look, my child, like she had been asking me to watch The Matrix.
Uh huh.
So what did he say? He said, when you want to bend the spoon, you have to remember there is no spoon. And I was like, you know what? There is no spoon.
There's no.
Whatever it is that you want to bend,
Yeah.
right? Whatever it is, there is no spoon. So like, so that I don't get too personal, right?
Yeah.
Uh, so like, for me, when it comes to like one of the businesses, it's like I don't want to say it's struggling. I'm just gonna say that the opportunities aren't really there.
Yeah.
And then with the loss of I, I would call him a mentor, uh, a angel investor, all that. He died, so it's
Oh.
like, all right, I got to figure everything out in this tough situation
Yeah.
because it's hard, man. It's hard for a lot of people, and that's why, like, when I listen to people complaining about certain things as pertain to gaming,
Yeah.
especially like with PlayStation. Like PlayStation is really like they might not want to hear it from us, right? We're silly bots, but PlayStation is struggling.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
they're not in a power position that they've been in that they've had in the past, right? And
Yeah.
that the fanboys would lead you to believe.
Yeah.
I mean, they can look the way as they're currently constructed. They can sell 200 million consoles, right? They'll stay in business, but the model is broken, right? And that's why Xbox is moving in the direction that they are. And you see Sony, like I said it on Legal Show, everything that Xbox is doing or has done, Sony will be right behind them, just at their own pace.
Yeah.
Microsoft has enough money to move mountains. PlayStation does not. So everything that Xbox is doing, PlayStation is going to do
And
all
see,
the way.
Xbox been doing it incrementally, right? Like little steps here and there to get where they are right
You
now.
said Xbox?
Xbox. Yeah.
No, Xbox
Am I
has
good
been. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Dude, Xbox has been smashing whatever they wanted to do. It just bit them in the ass with the in 2013, right?
Yeah. I mean, they were ahead of their
They
time.
wanted
but
they wanted to go digital.
yes.
PlayStation wanted to go digital too, because PlayStation has way more invested than Xbox, right? Like their movies, their music,
Yeah.
their games. So if anybody understands DRM and its importance to maintaining your profitability, it's going to be Sony over Microsoft. So you better believe they were right along with it. You think EA made the move that they made without everybody else? With the online codes, where if you use that online code, you didn't get the game was almost useless.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't play online with that disc again. They weren't acting alone. Everybody was saying we're in agreement. And then it would have always been Activision or EA, Sony, Microsoft, one of the big players to come in and make a change like that.
Yeah.
EA wasn't alone. It's just that once EA went, everybody else said, "Oh no, we can't do that." Microsoft came out and said, we have DRM management always connected and all that. And then PlayStation like, "Oh, we can't do that." But they were what's the word I'm looking for? Complicit. They were willing.
Yeah.
But they did the smart thing and backed away from it. But what's up, Sick Man?
What's going on, Realist? Happy holidays,
He's
bro.
back.
I don't know
Happy
what
holidays.
you heard from me at all during the show at
Nothing.
all. When you asked me about Thanksgiving and I started speaking, I said everything I wanted to say, and then I looked back at the screen, and you're not answering me.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
realized,
You're talking about the
and I
food,
realized-
and Ratatouille be proud, and then all of a sudden, Realist jumped in,
Cut off.
and you cut off.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
So-
he really didn't want to do the show with me, man. His girl just gave him a pep talk and said, "Get back on there, man. Don't be that way."
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
the
But,
irony being, as much as you joke about that and all of that, I got to answer a call from her, so I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
There it goes. There it goes.
Oh, man.
Punty with the questions. Always Punty engaging. So what took Xbox so long to run over PlayStation with their big face money? Xbox tax, man. You know that. It's real.
Like what took them so long is, like I said in the past, the 360 was the worst thing that could have happened to them, because they won that generation doing next to nothing. 360 generation should have been when they were looking to make huge acquisitions and bolster their first party. And then they do it after they, depending on how you look at it. To me, profitability is profitability. So I'm not going to say it's a bad generation, because they made money and they were able to salvage a lot of things that went wrong.
Yeah.
And the initiative that they set forward or forth is still being executed or has been executed. But they thought that all they had to do was just keep showing up with what they had.
Yeah.
Not knowing that the media was going to turn on them the way they did, a whole lot of other things. And it's funny, I watch it and it's kind of inspirational, and then it's still like, man, that's messed up that they would give up like that. Power on. Like, they were ready to quit after one bad generation,
Yeah.
right? Because they didn't expect to come in and dominate the PS2 era. I mean, that was far and away PlayStation. Like, there was nobody to compete with PlayStation. Nintendo was down, Sega died. So PlayStation was all alone out there. And when Xbox came, they didn't expect to come in and dominate it. They couldn't have. I know they didn't.
Yeah.
So they have the 360 and everything breaks for them, even though they have defective consoles. they thought that they could just show up. They thought that they could call shots.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You see when they came out, they were going to be the ones to spearhead the DRM movement. Like they had Connect, which was a huge hit with the 360, and they thought that it would grow from there. But even Nintendo had to kind of move away from the motion thing. You know, people aren't smart like that, right?
Yeah.
Like you can try to be innovative for people, but people will always show you that they're simpler than they present themselves to be. Because even when it comes to gaming, like people complain about this and that when it comes to Xbox, and then go boot up Call of Duty every year, or Madden or 2K.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I listen to like some of the games you play, because you play like random games. You sometimes legal. What's his name? Sega man. He plays these games like you look at him and like, man, I was playing that on Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Why do I want to play that?
I did play Benedict Fox and finished it.
Which one?
Benedict Fox.
Oh no, that game was like, I because I bought a handheld PC, and so I'm like, all right, let me, load up some games on it again. So Benedict Fox was like, it says pick it up again, bro. Like it was like bugged out when I played it. And then so how did you like it? Because you stuck with it. How did you like it?
At first I was gonna give up because I was kind of getting lost in what to do. And finally, after I kind of toughed out the first few missions, not the missions, but the storyline, it was getting better. Once you get your abilities and be able to traverse a lot more, it's like an Ori game. There's only certain things you can do until you pump up your abilities.
Metroidvania,
yeah,
Hollow Knight.
And so, there's only so much you can do at the beginning, and you want to double jump, but you can't. You have to wait a little bit longer to double jump, and so, you gotta, I had to be patient. And then finally it's like, okay, this is getting better, a little bit better after a while. It's not my top game, but it was a good, Game Pass game to play.
So assign a number grade to it.
I don't know, 6.
I was thinking a 6.
Yeah. 6.
So I guess the people, the reviewers were fair, because I was thinking 6. I haven't finished it.
Yeah.
Because there was another game that I was playing called After Us. I just got bored. The music was relaxing.
I think I have that on my want to play.
You might like it. I mean, it's more 3D, but it's like the loop. The loop just and the music is super relaxing, man. It will put me to sleep every time, because it's like what do you call collectathon, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're into that, then you're into that. But for me, it's I might pick it up. It's kind of like Ratchet and Clank. I played it and then I put it down for a long time. Same thing with Psychonauts. Maybe I should play games differently. But coming up, I mean, that's how I play games. I wanted to kill all of the Goombas. I wanted to break all of the bricks. I wanted all the coins. That's how I play games. But maybe if I just, kind of run through it a little more, then, I wouldn't get bored with certain games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would say get it on sale though. I bought it day one. Like Xbox said, I trusted their algorithm that time, and I was like, okay, I'll try it, But I would say get it on. It was on sale too. You just weren't checking for it.
Yeah, I wasn't checking. Yeah, I haven't.
And it has a cool story too. It's about Gaia, and she's trying to restore basically the rot, from Earth, and you're a part of that.
The rot. Some people will say I'm playing Ghostwire right now, so they got.
I need to beat that.
What's that? What was that? All that red stuff and black stuff they call it. Start with
corruption.
Corruption. There you go. They use corruption and the blight, as the words of seeing all this gooey stuff all over the world that's taking over the world and rotting it out. Got a corruption. No, I just started that last night.
Once again, bro, that's another one. I gotta stop playing games that way, maybe, because I was like, I'll come back to it, because like I'm collecting all of the shrines, I'm collecting everything, And maybe I should just go straight. Maybe I should
That's-
go straight line.
But see, if you don't do that, you don't get XP and you can't up your abilities on certain things. I looked at the skill tree, and there's like a, if you try to upgrade some of your skills, there's a stopgap in the middle they have to do first before you can proceed with your upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you don't do those side things like you're talking about, then you're gonna lose out on those abilities, you know.
But I like the game. I so far still. I mean, and I'm probably 75%. I got 25 hours into it.
Yeah.
I would rank that at 8. It's a good game. Open world games, but see, I don't like straight lining open world games.
Yeah.
You know, this is why I'll give a game like Witcher, Cyberpunk, Skyrim, Morrowind, hell, even Daggerfall. Like all those games, I'll give them props. Diablo, because not only are they open world, but you still want to keep playing them. You don't get, at least I didn't get bored.
Yeah.
Playing those games. It's like it's compelling content all the way through, and that's, you know, hell, I'll even give that to Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
But not Horizon. Horizon.
Not the redhead.
I mean, the thing is like you can acknowledge. I can acknowledge as an Xbox fan. I can acknowledge the effort. I can acknowledge the beauty that is PlayStation quality, right? But to me, they put too much emphasis on this so-called quality and graphics. Like that takes away from other facets of the game. Like the story is okay, the gameplay is boring.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you tear away the things on the dinosaurs and you win. But like
Yeah.
after a while, I get bored. I get bored with it, and I start powering my way through.
Yeah.
And looking for the end of the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, okay, so Punty goes, what about games that shadow dropped in Game Pass the last few days? Are there any good? I think it was Remnant 1 and Remnant 2, which I'm switching screens here. Yep.
Let me see if I can look at you. See, I'm not used to this yet. Okay, let me.
So Remnant 1 and 2, well, Remnant 2, I think 1 was already in there, but Remnant 2 and From the Ashes were just added, shadow dropped into the service, and people are going ballistic because I guess nobody expected it. There wasn't no announcement.
Well, people are going ballistic because nobody expected it. It was a shadow drop. That's the point of a shadow drop.
Yeah.
2, a lot of them just bought it.
Yeah. And this was on my want list, and I haven't bought it just because, dude, I got so many games ahead of anything I want to buy. But I heard good things about this game, number 2. So that's why I wanted to play it. Dude, now it's on Game Pass. I don't have to buy it. Dude, it's awesome that it's on.
You'll always hear good things about games, right? But the numbers don't add up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like we'll hype up games as a community, but then people aren't buying these games.
Yep.
I like.
What is that? Is that you
Yeah.
or him?
Remnant.
Yeah, he
It's
was
what
still
me.
speaking and his mic went in and out
Oh.
for like the last 5 seconds of what you were saying.
So I'll check it out when I get to it. Look, I'm just getting to Ghostwire. Look how long that's been out. You know?
And the best thing you can do is buy that game. It'll like it was $25.
Yeah.
It just came out. They should have put that game in a 24. Like a lot of these games chose 23 to bring out games. This is probably the most competitive year for games.
Yeah.
You know, Sonic. You don't hear anybody talking about Sonic anymore. Why would you drop that next to Mario? But they did it.
Fireballs.
You know, I understand that the
Fireballs in the chat.
boss man here.
Yeah, boss man. I haven't talked to him
Yeah,
in a long time.
Fireballs, what up,
He needs to
homie?
jump in.
And he makes himself scarce.
I know he does, man.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Come
come
Hey,
on.
we got
He's gonna tell us. He's gonna tell us.
you know,
He's been working a lot.
He's the Japan
He's not the
correspondent.
only one.
Yes.
No doubt.
For real. He is. Let me put that. Hola. Hola, folks. Boy, trying to talk Spanish to us. Oh.
Who said hola?
Oh. Realist. So, I spotted you in Houston. With your, what are those things called?
Swanging.
Your swangers?
Yeah, you gotta
Swangers.
explain that because I didn't understand what you was
Dude,
talking about.
please,
but I saw the
please
video.
don't say swangers, bro.
Then it's swangers?
Swangers.
Swangers?
Swangers.
AZ, not ERS.
Oh.
AZ, just
Swangers.
I'm sorry. Sorry for
Okay, so
saying
explain
swangers.
swangers.
Because I'm not from down there. So what y'all talking about? Once again,
Swanger?
what is this?
Swanger.
Yeah. What?
Look, man, it's a trend that was modest in comparison to what they're doing today. Now they're riding down the street looking like chariots, right?
The red car, I didn't get.
So they got the
I'm not
spokes sticking
Okay, you got to look at the wheels.
Yeah, you gotta look at the wheels.
Oh, so it's like what was that movie? Like Ben-Hur?
Like Gladiator or Ben-Hur, yeah, that's why I said a chariot.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, I heard you say that.
Because
okay,
we talked.
yeah.
Me and Realist talked about this like a long time ago. How I saw
Right.
these huge
Yeah.
bows, man, just kind of like sticking out, right?
Yeah, I remember now.
And then he says like, yeah, man, it was called swangers, whatever you call it, swangers. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was in Houston this past weekend, and I was stuck in traffic heading to downtown Houston. And what do I see? Is that car? I was like, oh man, that's Realist right there.
With his swangers.
Bro, they got them so big that they have to ride the right lane.
Yes.
Like, because if they drive in the middle of the lane, they might go into the other lane.
Yes.
Just like you said, Ben-Hur, Gladiator, like they just
Yeah.
ride around cutting people. You know,
Yes,
like
they
that's
do.
it's-
Yeah, you gotta watch out.
like back in the day, they were probably like 6-8 inches. You know what I mean? Put a spinner on the end of it,
now
not like
it's-
a
Now
Latrell
that's why they
Sprewell.
half a car.
it's
Yeah,
it's as wide as
25.
the lane that you're in now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even know
It's
how
bad.
that's legal.
Yeah, it's bad.
You know how the young generation has to come in and
That's Realist people,
bastardize
man.
something. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Your people ride. They still try to do hydraulics and
They still got
64
Yes,
classics.
They do.
But that's like they do a little bit, but that's really a Cali thing. It's like some states, some cities don't have an identity, but like Mexicans are Mexicans, and so y'all in California.
Mexicans will
Then we
put
got
the
the-
Virgin Mary in the
got
back
the-
window, right?
Yeah, but see, that's fine. That's fine, and then they'll go kill somebody. You know what I mean?
And then they
Bro,
got
I was
a
watching-
mural of Jesus on the tailgate,
Bro,
Yo, that reminds me
Bro, I
of
was-
like the Mormon gangsters that I know who like pray.
Mormon
and they have the
gangsters?
Book of
More.
Yeah, yes. You heard what I told you. Mormon.
Are you from PA? Okay, yeah.
No, I'm from New York. I have
You're in
brothers who
PA.
are
He
Mormon
lives in
who live
PA.
there, right? I live in PA. I'm not from.
You got
PA.
brothers that are Mormon?
Yeah,
They let the blacks in there?
bro. Listen, man. Don't. I'm just saying. This is what's going on. Either way, I forget what the name of.
Oh, he cut out again, man. Fix your shit.
No, reason why I say that because I used to watch. I can't remember the name of the show, but I know one of the characters I used to like because it's like, dude, how's this dude a gangster? Lebanon Levi. It was about Mormons, right? And what are the other ones called? Mennonites.
Mennonites.
And yeah, so it was like reality TV, and then they had Lebanon Levi, and he would be coming through regulating because they're their own little contained unit.
Yeah.
They're almost like Indian. Well, they are like Indians. Like nobody bothers them. I don't know what you know about them, but one of the guys is biracial. I don't know if his mom cheated on his dad or what. She's obviously what's the word? Excommunicated.
Yeah.
And he's
Exiled.
with his dad. No, excommunicated.
Mm.
And excommunicado. You know what that is?
He got banished.
No, Miss Perkins. By thine own hands, your invitation to the Continental has been revoked.
Oh, from the John Wick.
Yeah.
the
So
hotel
yeah,
guy?
she Right. But she's excommunicated. So when they would refer to him, they would say the Black Mormon or the Black.
The Black.
And that's why I said they let the Black in there. Anyway, I had to tell you the whole backstory. I know y'all don't watch that.
Okay, I'm back now. I don't know when I cut out.
When you start talking about your brother.
Brothers. They're twins.
Is it brothers? Is it with the A or ERS?
No, not if they're Mormons.
They're both? For somehow they're my brothers. Like
we need a grammar. We need a grammar lesson here.
Yet they live in Utah, like apparently outside of Provo. I've never been
Utah?
Oh, you know what?
You mean Amish?
Why am I confusing the Amish people with the Mormons?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's because we say look, because my ex is from
Amish
Jordan, bro.
exist too. Remember that was all on the Discovery Channel.
See, and that's what I was just saying. I like Lebanon Levi. I think it was called Amish Mafia.
Amish Mafia.
But
yeah.
When you said Utah, I was like, oh yeah, because I remember my ex.
Pennsylvania. Okay, right.
Because my ex tried to convert me, yo.
What?
Wow.
Oh yeah, she's a Mormon. She's from Jordan. I mean, that's like Salt Lake is like Mormon capital.
Yeah, I've been up to Jordan.
Very literally. Yeah, but either way,
I was there for about a week.
There were dudes that I know who, like, out there causing problems. You feel me, right? And they got whatever their holy book is. I don't know the name of it, right? They got it.
The book.
Not the book of whatever it is. I don't know what it is.
Book of Job.
I just don't know what the name of the book is.
It's called the Book of Mormon.
It is the Book of Mormon? Oh, I thought it was something more specific than that. But okay, Book of Mormon, right? And wait a minute, isn't that the play by the South Park guys? Like to make fun of them. Anyway,
they make fun of everybody.
Right, but they made a whole play on this one, so that's a little bit.
They're checking it.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go see that play too because I heard it was funny. But anyway, they were mad dudes. It was just like you were saying. There's these dudes out here with the Virgin Mary on their car and stuff. Guadalupe and all of that, and they out there, like, what part of the game is this?
Amish like don't believe in like technology at all, right?
Yeah, technology, but they were using there's some who use like what they call the Mennonite, and they're like half and half and use certain things.
Yeah, like it's just no different than Christians, man. They do what they want to do.
Well,
and they'll justify it. Because I'm telling you, man, I went into I was in Missouri, and
Missouri.
What's the name of that place? Culver's, because we got them in Houston now. And man, this whole clique of Amish people rolled them in there. The girls had their bonnets and their big long ankle dresses on. And bro, they jumped out the whip and broke out a credit card. I was like, what in the hell?
They didn't try to pay in corn or anything. In
here's the thing about that. They use money. They use cash money, right? It's not them who's using the technology that enables the card. Other people, they just hold the card. You see how they just use it the way that you were saying? There you go.
That's what I'm saying. They do what they want because, like, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to do any of that stuff except like Rumspringa and stuff like that. But like
they rolled up in their buggy.
No, they had a Ford.
They had a Ford. Okay.
But the real ones are like, bro. I went to this place. I think it's called Save a Lot, and they had a horse sign on the sidewalk, right? And man, when I came out of the store, I saw this big A horse just sitting there doodling on the sidewalk.
Nice.
Wow.
And I was like, wow. So they come up there and they provide a lot of the like grains and stuff, like the farmers, agrarian society. Right. So they provide a lot of that to like Pennsylvania, to places in Pennsylvania. And then like the Amish furniture.
That's why.
They found out that, hey man, somebody said, hey man, this chair that you're giving to brother Zalo over there, you can sell that for $8,000 out there in the world.
See, man.
Because it's all handcrafted.
Yeah, it's one of a kind.
No, I ain't gonna say that, but it's very high quality.
Right.
You'll need some type of lift to move the dresser that I saw. Because I went into the furniture store. We got one. You're not in Houston, but we got one in Houston. you're just from Houston. You're a Dallas person now.
Yeah, I live in Dallas now.
Might as well be a Rangers fan too.
Hey now. Hey now. Hey.
Keep poking the bear, man.
I did go by the team store over the Astros team store when I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And I just went in just to look. I walked out with 2 caps.
You went to look, and you just happened to walk out with
2 caps. But they were on sale. They were on sale. Guess how much, man? Guess how much?
You see what you were saying, realist, bro?
$20 for 2 caps.
You know what? And he just turned.
Hey, that's a good deal.
I'm looking to buy the Yankees cap, and as long as I see this $30, and he's buying caps for 20. He instantly converting me like, all right, I'm with you. I'm on your side now. All right,
that's a good deal. Hey, but Tech, you know what I got? You know what I got that I thought was so cool?
You guys can see me on the camera, right? All right.
I can.
So here's one normal looking cap, right? But it has the old logo, right? With the Texas and the star.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
Just a simple black one. I think Realist is gonna like this one because it brings back the old Oilers color.
Oh, the white and the blue. I remember seeing them.
Yeah.
It almost looked duck-billed the way you're holding it, but it's not really.
Yeah.
Like the rim is wider than the
the cap part with the camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the baby blue with the white. Looks like the Oilers color. Like it. $10 each, man.
Oh, for 2 whoa.
Yes.
Oh, I think it's 20 each.
No.
Yo, dude,
$20 total.
That I want to get, dude, $30. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, and then you're saying 20. That's how you converted me, but you actually 10. Dude, I'm a true believer now. All right, you can do what you want. You can do.
They had a whole bunch of them too. I'm like, oh man, give me all the $10 ones. I mean, so those were my 2 favorite ones. The other ones were kind of boo boo. So I was like, nah, I'll just stick to these 2. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yep.
So speaking of sales, like I was saying before when I was cut off because the mic or whatever was going on, I said that with the turkey, and then I was saying what I was playing. I got Half-Life Alex because on the Steam sales. I got it for like $20 and change or whatever.
Yeah.
Like 21 and change, something like that. But dude, I should have bought this game ages ago. Like wow, like that's the game that pushes VR, like it shows what VR could be, and you wish more games were like that in VR, right? That got the VR treatment would be as developed as this game is. Oh, yeah. So well done. So well done. There's lots of sales up and down. You know how it goes online, but a lot of free stuff, as always, if you're paying attention. So, I like to retweet a lot of that stuff. So, like I say, follow me on Twitter, AKX, or whatever they call it this week. I'm always trying to keep people abreast.
Whatever they call it this week.
I don't like, if it's PlayStation, Nintendo, whatever, man. If it's a crazy deal, usually, stuff that Wario 64, but not only just him, because that's just obvious. Just follow him. You ain't gotta follow me for that. But like a lot of smaller things I drop here and there, and I saw a lot over the holidays. I think other people did too. A lot of crazy sales there, and some stuff still going on. So you definitely check that out, bro. But Steam sales was crazy, and really, I don't know if you heard because you got the Quest 3 and the Pro, right?
Oh damn!
And I don't know if you still have a Quest 2, but it will work for this as well.
I didn't get the Pro.
Yeah, the Pro, the one that had the battery already built in.
I didn't get the Pro. I only got the. Yeah, I wanted it. You talked me out of it, remember? But I got the Quest 3.
Oh, I thought you had bought it the whole time. Okay, well, it works on the Quest 2, the Quest 3, and the Quest Pro Steam Link app. It came out on the Quest store today. Like it just shadow dropped out of nowhere. Working pretty good. Yeah, needs a little bit of work. It's better than the default Quest thing. I feel now. It's not as good as Virtual Desktop, but 1.0, it'll get there. It's real easy to set up. You just launch the app, you tell it to scan your network, and then if your PC running Steam is on, you put in the phone number code, and boom, you're in. It's that quick, easy. It's real effective. But the reason I brought up the Quest Pro is it supports the eye tracking thing, so it kind of does what the PlayStation does, where wherever you look is where it's forcing all the GPU. Well, not all, but most of the GPU horsepower at, right? So and that way, just like the VRS on the Xbox, where it puts all the power towards where you're looking because of the eye tracking, it knows where you're looking.
Yeah,
and it'll do that, and then it'll help with performance that way. but the Quest 3, unfortunately, sadly, doesn't have that feature. But yeah, the app is free. Works on the Quest 2, 3 Pro. Yeah, real cool, man. I can't wait for Game Pass. Is that supposed to happen this year? I forget if that's supposed to happen before the end of the year or not. But yeah, that'll be a cool thing to
This
happen with the
month.
Quest.
This it's supposed to be this month.
It's supposed to be this month, right? Because I know they just announced how GeForce Now is getting Call of Duty and a bunch of other stuff. They just got Game Pass integration last week, right? And so a lot of people were talking on Twitter, and I was too busy at work to really focus in on this.
Yeah.
But I guess what their logic is, the deal with Sony must be ending sometime this month, maybe even or early next month. Because remember, the contract that they signed with GeForce Now for them to be able to do all that Activision and the Call of Duties is right around the corner, as they're announcing. Maybe that deal with Sony is about to expire really soon, because as far as I read what they're saying, the logic is that they're allowed to put it on the GeForce Now and all those other platforms that signed up right after the Sony contract is over. So that must be really soon if they're announcing it already. Yeah. So we could see some
Sony had
that's another kick
a block on it to where it can't go on other streaming platforms too.
I think it had to do with Call of Duty specifically. Like that's
but like it's not but it's not a console, right? It's not a console, and they don't have exclusivity. So it's like they blocked it from going into other services.
Like I said, I'm not 100% sure what's going on. It's just a bunch of theory crafting from the people online, and I ain't looked into it too heavily, right? But it's making sense because they're making a lot of hubbub, a lot of noise about all these things supporting Game Pass and Call of Duty and all that on multitude of other streaming services. Yeah. Right. So it must be right around the corner. And let's not forget Sarah Bond. She just no words. It was just a 360 logo. Yeah. Right. And so a lot of hints, and now Xbox is saying, yo, they're gonna be some stuff at the Game Awards. Now, I'm telling you, I'm not watching the Game Awards directly. I'm not giving them no views, clicks, none of that, right? But I'm gonna watch it on my favorite streamer, whoever that is, right? And then watch it there as they restream it and give them my view, right? And I'll still be able to watch and get all the info and stuff, and not support them. But they seem like there's reason to watch, and a lot of stuff is timing out to happen around the Game Awards and then right after too. So the floodgates on a number of things will come out really soon. So that's really cool.
Coming out swinging, man.
Hell yeah, right in the holiday season, and then immediately after.
Sony's still taking in the nuts.
Yeah, man.
You know what I was thinking? Because last year, it's like the Xbox fans forgot that Xbox basically carried the Game Awards for the previous 2 years. And then they didn't show anything last year, right? But the years prior, PlayStation and Nintendo didn't show anything.
You really didn't.
Do y'all think that PlayStation is gonna have a heavy presence at the Game Awards?
Maybe I don't think picture of them getting their nuts kicked in.
Yeah, because I don't think they would hold back anything for the Game Awards, since all the time when they haven't shown anything. But at the same time, I guess I could use that logic for any point, right? Where there's a big award show or whatever, where there would be a place for Sony to announce something that's outside of their influence specifically. So I mean, shoot. But then no matter what they show Wolverine, my first reaction is gonna be like, why didn't they show this at E3 or in the past couple of months when they were super dry with content and info and stuff to show, right? Like, why hold it for the Game Awards? That wasn't a good choice, but maybe it will turn out to be, who knows what they announce. Depends on what they announce and the weight and impact thereof.
A remastered game.
But the thing about the Game Awards is right now it is the king, right? As the highest viewership.
Right.
So that would be the best place, because at first I was like, I don't want Xbox to show up. But if you're really trying to turn the tables and take over, you show what you have on the biggest stage. Let everybody know where the new home of Activision is on the biggest stage. Because I don't care for Keeley, but he's been doing a good job of hyping up his little show.
Right. I agree. I agree with both of you, but at the same time, he's right about the fact it's a stage, and everybody's watching. Everybody's watching one way or another, and you have a good showing there. That's gonna help out. Hell, it helped out the Series X from the moment they did it, right? Xbox fans love to watch.
He's gonna be on stage with a stupid
moment,
portal,
right? So hey, was the Game Awards the first time they had mentioned the portal? Because we had known about the portal for a while, and it wasn't from some leak. It was official.
Where'd you hear about the portal?
I don't remember at all. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, they showed the portal at the PlayStation showcase.
their little direct show, wasn't it?
This year?
Yeah, no, it was the showcase, bro.
Man, don't
Like they showed that on a showcase, man. They showed that in Gran Turismo on their showcase.
Oh, was it the Gran Turismo movie too?
Right.
When they showed that?
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
Which is a banger movie. You want to watch a banger movie.
Well, you know what, really? Man? PlayStation told me I at the time I had PlayStation Plus that I get core included. So I said, okay, I'll try out Gran Turismo because I heard some people say it was a good movie. They didn't want me to buy it. What the hell do I need a service that I have to buy all the movies from?
You got duped.
And you have to pay for the service to be able to buy stuff off of it?
I don't know if you have to pay for the service, but if they tell me it's included,
like
that must imply but that must imply that you have to pay for it in some way.
Sounds like
because you do get to watch some movies, but they're old movies that you can watch on pretty much any other streaming platform.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, because like out of all those movies, I just watched Black Dynamite for the 10th time and never opened it up again.
Oh my god, bro!
All right,
love that movie.
Step back a little bit here. We'll make fun of Sony a bit more. Have you finished Starfield?
Hell yeah!
Have you finished it 33 times?
Hell no!
Like this Nico Mueller that I've been following for a good while. I wish they had dates on
now I know who. Yeah. I didn't know it was Nico when you were talking about it.
Yeah, I've been following this dude for a long time.
Reading this. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I see him post first about how he found this really cool thing after his 33rd New Game Plus. And the cool discovery that IGN has here, what they're not mentioning in the headline, is that his character is one of the NPCs now, part of the group, like everybody else, like Sam and the robot and all that, right?
Of Constellation.
Yeah, Constellation. And then you can recruit him to be on your crew, your own character. It's like you're seeing yourself became an NPC. So. Okay.
I mean, it's interesting, but I'm not gonna play the game 33 times. I don't think
33 times. I can't even get through it.
I don't think there's been a game.
Right. Oh. I'm not even done with it.
Yeah. I don't think there's been a game created that I want to play 33 times.
33 times.
And at this point, he's got to just be mainlining the main quest thing, and that's it. To do it 33 times
crazy.
in this amount of time.
That's
a lot. Otherwise,
once you beat the game. Once you beat the game, you have the option to do everything all over again, or you just go, straight line through it. But Tech, I just got finished explaining how I play games. Yeah. Everything that I didn't do right the first time, I'm doing it better now, right? Yeah. I'm just playing a game. I'm doing because when I went through the first time, didn't do the Ryujin quest, somebody said they were not somebody. I saved them. So I'll play on the next go. And then there's one more thing. I only got like 3 achievements left, but I got like 20 days into it. Yeah. But I played bro, and this is why, and that's why I didn't want to beat the game, because like all the resources that you got, everything that you got, your weapons, your upgrades, those all go away.
Well, I thought he kept all your skills and everything.
Like everything goes away.
So you start from zero.
Because you're a different person entirely anyway.
So you start from zero if you do a new game plus?
all your gear and stuff you're gonna get to keep. Usually on New Game Plus RPGs, you get to keep your stuff.
I thought you kept your skills at least.
Yeah.
Like I understand the weapons and the gear and all that, but I thought
even New Game Plus has, as far as I knew it, like in Chrono Trigger and stuff, right? Like you kept all that stuff. You say you were starting the plot over.
I think we lost Real.
Yeah.
Just like we lost you earlier.
No, it's probably because he was.
Can you not hear me?
Oh, there he is now. There he is.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah. 33 times. Dude, I can't do it once. I still got the main story, which I'm taking my sweet time with because I'm doing all sorts of side quests and missions and whatever else I got to do to, to upgrade. But I thought if you do a New Game Plus that you keep everything except like the gear and all that. Real, are you there? Maybe you can tell us. No, we still lost him.
He's going again. Aww.
But yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I could be wrong, but I thought you keep your at least your skill tree will be upgraded, right? And all you have to do,
in the chat know?
And all you have to do is upgrade whatever remainder ones you didn't do, right? That's what I thought.
Right, that's what I would have thought.
Right.
Except for the main plot, because you have the option to not do that or whatever.
See, Dakota Vodka is in the house. He says skills and frontier.
Skills and frontier. What does that? Well, you get to keep your skills and the frontier ship.
I mean, you got at least to keep your ship, right?
Well, of course, you always have to keep the frontier, but I think, do you keep the frontier the way you had it the last time it was? Like whatever mod.
Or does it go back to default?
Or does it go back to default? Because you say frontier, it has to mean that otherwise it's not worth mentioning because they're always going to give you the frontier in the plot anyway.
If Vodka is answering, that means he finished it and did a New Game Plus.
Oh, I know he.
I wonder how many times he's done it. Is it 33 times?
Nah.
If you haven't done it 33 times, then don't even talk to me.
We don't mess with crazy people.
Don't even talk to me.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, 33. When do you find the time to do that? 33.
Dude, then he's got to be doing just the main thing to be able to beat it again.
But even the main things take a long time.
And even that's a lot. Right.
Yes. I mean, I'm not clowning him. I'm just curious about how this guy has the time to do it. You know? And you know, he posted about it, and then the same day I found this headline about IGN, like, hey man, this guy did it 33 times. Hey, they're talking about that Nico guy. And sure enough, it was right there. His name was
Nico Mueller. Yeah.
Nico Mueller. Like, dude, that's 33 times. That's crazy. I mean, at some point, he must have broken the game, man, to get his character in the game.
Yeah. And then he's like an NPC. He's like that far off. Like that's like 33 degrees of Kevin Bacon off.
Yes.
You feel me?
Like it just
right? That he ended up being the NPC. And I haven't beaten the game, so I don't know too much about what all that means, but to some degree, some of it has been spoiled for me, right?
Yeah.
To some degree. Even talking about this is not helping really with that for me right now. But at the same time, like, I think I know what it means. Like, wow, that's still nuts though.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. 33 times. I don't think I ever played a game 33 times. Like, beat it and then played it again. And beat it.
You're back, really. I hear you.
Well, Tech, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We hear you now.
Okay. All right. No, it's raining out here. But look, so
is it
it's
raining,
not. It doesn't take.
Then?
Yeah. Okay. What? Yeah. Look. You don't. When you do New Game Plus, you can just go straight line through the main quest and beat it over and over again that way. You don't have to do everything all over again.
Right. I didn't think so.
And what do you mean? What do you mean you don't have to do everything? Like the side quests and all that?
Right.
Yeah, you can just go straight through the game. Just do the main quest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you don't know, not even, you don't even have to do the main quest, like the things that are leading up to the story. You don't have to do any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can go straight to the end game thing.
Oh.
Right.
Because you would already know. Oh, so it's always there if you know it from the beginning to just go there. At level 1, you're probably not going to make it because you're level 1, but you can go there, you say? It's like a place you got to go? And if you already know where it is, you can just go there.
Right,
Or no?
because the main purpose is so that you could go find all of the temples of power and level up your abilities.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So like each time you go through the temples. You can only do the temples so many times. I mean, like each temple is assigned to one different ability.
Yeah.
Right.
So you only get to level up the abilities for every game. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let me
Oh, right,
articulate
right,
that
right.
better.
That's the only thing you can do
Every game,
each run.
yeah. Every game you
Gotcha.
level up that ability to the maximum amount for that game, and then you play it again and you level it up to the next level.
Hmm.
So if you have a particular ability that you like, you can max it out. Like if you like telekinesis, you can really overpower that.
Yeah.
But to me, the game is not hard enough to even be
Right.
incentivized to do that.
Hmm.
Because like if the game was like a Souls game, or Elden Ring or something like that,
Yeah.
then it'd be like, okay, yeah, I need to level up. But it's
Okay.
to me,
So-
if you
So you start
Go
a new game plus, because I've never done a new game plus, so I don't know. So if you select new game plus, it gives you two options, right? You can start all over like what, as you normally would a new game, or what's the second branch or the option?
skip,
Skip the main quest and just it's open world, it's whatever. It's just do whatever.
right, right.
So
Okay.
But if
So,
but if you
wait,
pick
hold
that
on.
if you pick that option where you skip the main quest, there's no end,
How do
right?
you
I mean,
beat the
that's
game?
it. You're stuck there.
No. Eventually, you'll run into the what are the shadow people called? The ones who are from who know about everything already.
Starborns.
The Starborn. Eventually, you'll run into the Starborn. You'll have to make these decisions for the Starborn again.
Yeah.
You'll have to go, collect everything that helped you understand you have to do all that again.
Oh, okay.
But like, because when I played the game the first time, I said the next time I'm gonna fight them, because my persuasion was so high. I got them to say, let's all be friends at the end,
Mhm.
and we didn't fight.
Yeah.
So like, I said, man, I don't know if I cheated myself. I'll do it again, but because J Rock, man, probably like 10 days after the game dropped, we were talking about it. He was already on New Game Plus 11.
Jeez.
Wow.
Is there
Yeah,
is there like
because you could just run through it.
is there like a counter that says you're on new game plus number?
I don't know. I'm on New Game Plus.
Or like
All I
plus
know
one,
is
plus two.
how it
Yeah,
works. How it
they
works.
do that. They should call it that. Yeah, new game plus 1, 2, 3, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. I put something in the chat. We're gonna talk at the very end of the show. All right. It's in the Discord chat.
Oh, that's cool.
Right.
Got a little bubble.
But yeah, that's
Wow.
just a little extra to me though. Like, wow, I can't believe they 33 times, huh?
Yeah.
Damn, Nico Mueller of all
I,
people.
I
Jeez.
thought that's the whole brand, but what I was saying earlier, because my phone was disconnecting, right? I can log on to Google and it's a suggested article, not by IGN. It's another article that says Xbox super fan completes the game 33 times and finds this cool thing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
33
damn, I'm
times.
doing that again.
Yeah, that's a bit extra. Yeah, that's real extra.
You guys know who Mike Rose is?
Mike Rose. Mike Rowe? From
Rose,
like
the flower.
No.
All right.
So you said Mike Rowe. That's the guy from Dirty Jobs.
So this guy launched a game called SPIRITTEA in Game Pass just recently. We launched SPIRITTEA last Monday, and this was on the 20th, so it was like mid-November, right? So a couple weeks ago. We launched SPIRITTEA last Monday. It's been one of our biggest launches to date. It also launched on Game Pass, and you know how some people like to talk like crap about Game Pass, like, oh my god, developers didn't get paid. Oh my god, how's the developer ever going to survive? Oh my god, the sales are going to be eaten up because it's in Game Pass. Yada yada yada. The bullshit that comes along with like because of Game Pass, right?
AKA the Xbox tax.
The Xbox tax, right? There's always going to be some doom and gloom because a game came to Game Pass. At a glance, 1 million. This is an indie game, so it's not like some big AAA game, right? 1 million in sales during week 1. 150,000 players across PC, Switch, and Game Pass. Profitable on day 1. Week 1 profits are times 3 the game's development cost. Top sellers chart in all regions on eShop. A solo developer project with plenty of updates to come. And despite that's being on Game Pass.
Wow.
Yep.
Solo developer project. You know, this is the type of situation that I'm hoping for. Like, if you look on my Twitter account, there's this racing game that's under development. The guy's like a factory worker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or he's like I don't know, he must be working at Amazon or something, right? And like he's always tweeting about, oh, I got a couple days of work, so I'll be working, and then some days he has like off extended periods in a row, and then he'll dedicate that time to his game. It's a F1 racing game, kind of like Virtua Racing, Super Polygon Grand Prix, right? And it's a solo guy working on it, right? This is the kind of situation like I'm hoping, because he's gonna have it on Steam first off, right? I can only imagine like indie guys are like hoping when they hear all these stories about this game and that game doing really good in these situations.
Yeah.
Like they're seeing like reports like this and saying, oh, this is what they're hoping is gonna happen for them, right? And I don't know how common this story is with this game here, if that's how common it is with Game Pass or whatever, but this is a beautiful thing to see. 150,000 people, and it paid over $1 million. And it's just a one man game. You know what I'm saying?
And now anything that comes in now, it's all profit crazy. Because they got their development cost money already back in the first week.
It's not it's
or
he or
him.
She. It's one person. Yeah, or him. I don't know if it's a man or woman.
Hey man, we gotta use the right pronouns here.
No, well, I'm not even like that because I don't know who it is, right? It's just a name. I don't even know the name.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, this one person, whoever, male, female, doesn't really matter, or whatever the 87 things they believe in, whatever, fine. I'm just saying, right? All these indies, this is kind of the example you hoping dream for, right?
Yeah.
Get your games gets some level of good support, right? It pays for all the time and effort you put in at a minimum. Then everything after that is gravy. Then you take the Game Pass effect on top of that.
Yeah, and this totally debunks everything that people constantly keep saying, like, or just kind of blurting out bullshit. Right?
A little game, like a little indie passion project or whatever. Yes. Yeah. You love
now,
seeing this.
I'm looking at this game. I'm playing the trailer right now. This is not my type of game. It just isn't.
Not at all.
Right?
Me neither.
I can't handle these type of games, right? But there's a market for it, which is why it did so well. Right? There are people who enjoy these type of games. I just don't. Right? But I'm not gonna hate on somebody for enjoying this because there's always something for everybody. Right?
Yeah, it's like this reminds me of some other game. I know it starts with an S, I think, but either way, like 150,000 sales. Some hater act like like a donkey or whatever, right? Would say 150,000 copies, that's nothing. But you see what that did for that one person who made the game. 150,000 copies sold already at that point. Like, and look at all the good it did for that one person. Put all their heart and soul into this one game, right? They could do more with the game now in terms of like free updates. You see that often with these indies, they get so much more because of all the support that the game has gotten. Look at Vampire Survivors. That's the game that cost like $5 at most. It's on sale so goddamn much right now. It's on Game Pass, I think, still right now, right?
Yeah.
And the amount of content that comes out with it that's just free without the DLC, which it has some DLC. The DLC ends up being like $1.50 or something like that on Game Pass.
Yeah.
If you're buying it off of Game Pass, right? Because they already got that 20% off. But even if it didn't, even if you put the DLC aside, just the free content that comes, updates where you could tell the developers listen to the fans, and address specifically what they said, and the game is better for it. Now it sells. Like, that's the story you see with ID at Xbox, and what was the thing before that on 360, Xbox Live Arcade? Like, that was like Xbox has as much to do with the indie scene blowing up as Steam does. I would say even more so because they were the ones who put like free tools and stuff like XNA and stuff like that in developers' hands before Unity was around and all of that. And like, look at this. It's a beautiful thing. It doesn't matter if the game is for you, but this enables countless different types of games. One of them is going to be for you.
Yes, and we need more stories like this to keep debunking this stigma that Xbox, it's the poor service or whatever you want to call it, right? So we need more success stories like this, and we understand not every game is going to have a success story, just the way things are, but people keep blurring out bullshit about Game Pass is just where games die or yada yada. It's just fodder. It's just filler game, whatever you keep saying. And you don't believe the Xbox tax? Hey man, that's it's real, right? Because if one keeps blurring out that kind of crap, then that's your Xbox tax right there. You just automatically assume that this game is poor and in a it's just a filler in a service, in a game service like Game Pass, and you're just an idiot for thinking that.
Yeah,
so
it's real childish.
So yeah, it's good to hear that it succeeded. I'm pretty sure because they succeeded, there's a market for it and there's a fan base for it. So good for them. Good for him who created it. Mike Rose, man. I've been seeing him around for a good while for other things, but yeah, that's good, man. Good stats and good report and see what kind of comments.
Starview Valley, that was the name of the game that this reminded me of a little
Valley?
bit.
Yeah.
It looks like Starview Valley. Yeah, it looks a lot like it. But that was also an indie game that's very successful now. Among one of many successes out the indie scene. So maybe this is joining up with that list.
Saying so at launch, Spirittea easily moved into the top sellers chart of Switch and stayed there. This means that while Steam sales have begun to naturally drop, Switch sales are staying solid as people are discovering the game more through the top sellers. On Xbox Game Pass, as usual, has been huge for us. Spirittea was actually meant to launch in 2022, but after we got a Game Pass deal, we decided, hey, let's make this thing even bigger and better. Hence the delay to 2023 and 100 plus hours of content.
Right out of the developer's mouth. Who can speak against this now, right? Because of Game Pass, they were like, yo, let's hold it back, make it bigger and better than we planned to. Because now we have the time and well, not even the time, more the funding, right?
Yeah.
Because of the Game Pass deal. So I can only imagine the Game Pass deal that this guy went for was, a little bit of money up front.
Yeah.
Plus maybe percentage of the game. There's different variations of the Game Pass deal as far as we're hearing, right? What the publisher or developer, whoever wants, right? If they want money up front or a higher percentage of the per sale or per play, whatever their contract is.
Yes.
I'm assuming this guy went up for at least
per downloads or whatever it is. We don't know the metric.
But I can only assume that he decided, to get some amount of money up front, which he reinvested into the game. You see, like,
yes.
Right out of
let me just read it again. Spirittea was actually meant to launch in 2022, but after we got a Game Pass deal, we decided, hey, let's make this thing even bigger and better. Hence the delay into 2023 and the big one, the 100 plus hours of content.
Yep. There you go. You can't, I don't care what you cap for. And it's not even just the success of the game in and of itself, but the game is better because of the Xbox platform and Game Pass. Like, it's better for all platforms that get the game. Steam, Nintendo, if it's on Play, I imagine it's coming to PlayStation, like, and they'll be on whatever cloud platforms, like,
Yeah.
And that's what Xbox is doing. It's not just about the Xbox ecosystem per se. What Xbox is doing as a benefit for the gaming industry, and a lot of people like to say that they're doing that because they're trying to butter people up, but staying like this is what keeps the money coming. This is always a theory I always had about the game industry. Like, when you listen to the gamers and you give them what they want, they buy up. It's that simple. It's proven time and time and time again. It's just yet another example. Love to see it.
Over 100,000 people. This is from him still. Over 100 people have played the game on Game Pass in the last week. This is back on November 20th. And we've heard plenty of people say they bought the game on Steam or Switch after playing the Game Pass version. So once again, a ridiculously good experience for us.
Yeah, there you go.
Because
the Game Pass version, is it on PC and console?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Play anywhere.
Oh, that I don't know. I haven't looked it up. Let me see here. Let me switch over screens and see what it says.
Play anywhere. Yeah, I see it.
You see it?
PC, Xbox, and Play anywhere. It's right. It's right under the stars at the top, and it's right down there too.
Yeah.
So it's like Starfield or whatever. A lot of other games, like you could play it on both. See, I'm the type of person I'll buy this on Game Pass, right? Because I get the console version, of course, but also I can play on my ROG Ally on the go. Before I got the Ally, it was my preference to buy stuff that was multi-plat, where it was predominantly single player, or at least had like cross-play on Steam, right? Because then I could play it, and then if it's multiplayer with cross-play, play it with the console folks as well, like with Tekken 8 and Tekken 7.
Yeah,
I did that. Street Fighter, Tekken 8, I'll get that on Steam because it's not Play Anywhere. But when it is, Xbox is the choice. But some other gamers had decided, hey, they played on Game Pass, they saw it there, and they bought it on other platforms, Steam, Switch, right? And they noticed, because the gamers might have told them or tweeted about it, because to assume that they played on Game Pass and got it elsewhere, the only way they would know is if the gamers told them, right? So it just goes to show, even if it's not being bought on Game Pass, it's marketing for the game where they buy it elsewhere. A sale is a sale as far as the developer must be concerned, right? So boom, sales for their game.
So here's a big one.
Gotta love it.
He continues on. A hugely noticeable thing that happened during this launch was that we got absolutely zero YouTube coverage, at all. Right? Go search SPIRITTEA. This is at the time of launch on YouTube, and you'll see there's just a couple of big videos. Nearly every YouTuber who got back to us, so I'm sure they reached out to people, wanted money to make a video, right? And I'm assuming they wanted too much, which is why they didn't get much coverage on YouTube. And
it's a one-man operation at the time. I could see why you don't have money. It's a one-man.
You don't have money.
Project, and they're asking for money. YouTubers.
He continues. Now, look, I get it. That's just how this works now. YouTubers want you to pay them to cover your games. All right, sure. But I just don't want to do that. It feels weird and icky and disingenuous, and I just cannot do that. So I guess our games won't be covered on YouTube. I responded somewhere here where I said something along the lines of, those are the big YouTubers, right? The ones that get the most coverage. But it's if you would have just approached smaller ones, just like you're the small studio, the smaller channels, I was like, there'll be plenty of channels who will do a review.
No doubt.
Just for giving them a key.
No doubt.
Right?
Yeah. But
what's like that what's that guy? What's that guy's name who does the I think he's an Xbox guy, but he does India Wars.
Oh yeah.
Wandering Dutch. Wandering Dutch would have done it for him.
Yes.
Probably doesn't know. He doesn't know. There are you don't know what you don't know.
Why not find the people who will represent you instead of going to these other guys are not going to cover you, especially if you go to the bigger ones. They're getting paid already. Some of them are rich.
Know that.
But you know what I'm saying? Go to the people that do it for the love of the game. Because if you pay somebody for a review, how genuine is the review?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I mentioned that in one of his little thread here. I responded somewhere, and I pretty much said that. It's like, dude, if you would just approach a smaller channel would be happy just to have been contacted by you, and you provide them a key, they'll gladly do a video for you, at no cost.
And look at that tweet too. Look at the likes, or at least views, right?
Yeah.
1.7 million, compared to what's under it at 441K, 1.7 million. And I'm not trying to advocate for the other side, obviously, right? But I will say, you don't know what you don't know, right? Maybe this guy didn't know. He went to the big name. He didn't realize it worked like that. Such the reason, like, he would tweet it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's the type of thing you see, and in hindsight, you realize, yeah, these big jerks would ask for money, right? And not realizing, you know, how innocent he came at it, not to know these smaller YouTubers. But at the
It's a
same
job
time,
for these guys, though.
right? Huh? What did
It's
you
a
say?
job for these guys. A lot of these guys don't even go to work. They do YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. So they want to get paid. I get all of that. What I'm saying is, for Mike Rose, right? He's not understanding that, right? He's just a one-man operation doing his thing, trying to get his game out there. Come to find out.
Oh, okay. I've been in and out. This is Mike Rose.
Yeah.
Yes, Mike Rose said this.
That's No More Robots. Right.
He comes off
That
like
dude
he's not his first game.
He's the YouTuber too.
Oh, I don't know about that. He just put out the game. That's all I know.
That's all I know either.
No, okay, because look, I'm trying. No, his name is Mike Rose. No More Robots. He's on YouTube channels.
Is he?
Now, but he was talking about
can y'all hear
early
me?
days.
Yeah, we
hear you, but you.
Okay, because
we're dropping in.
Look, my reception is. Bro, my reception is so bad. I might just have to listen if y'all can't hear me.
We hear you.
We hear you.
I don't think he hears us.
Yeah,
it's like
but if I hear y'all, but if I hear y'all botting, I'm assuming that I'm botting too.
You're actually not botting at all.
You sound
great.
good. You just sounds like I don't know.
Because
Like
my thing says unstable connection, so I was on like. All right,
you're
I'm just gonna
delayed
stay in this
because you're
one
responding
spot.
Back really, really delayed. But when you come in, you're clear with no botting or anything. If we're
Okay,
botting,
well, no. What it is? No, if like okay, when I move, it's like man, the reception just is horrible. Anyway, this is okay. I didn't know because I'm in and out. Mike Rose is No More Robots. This dude is on YouTube. He knows the game. He's the guy who said that he wants all his games in Game Pass.
Oh, I think he did say that
from an early point, though. Remember?
Yeah, because he did
at an early point when he was a nobody.
Well, I thought you were talking about Spirit. I thought y'all were talking about SPIRITTEA. But like, yeah, Mike Rose, like, because what else did they make? Because I bought that game. Not Tonight. You're basically a bouncer, and you get to tell people they can come in or they can't. Their ID has to match certain things. Like
a bouncer game,
bro. Dude, it's a perfect game for the Steam Deck. That was like one of the first games I got on Steam Deck. Like you're a bouncer, and all you do is check IDs and make sure that everything makes sense.
Yeah.
Like they have to be 21, you know, certain things. Anyway, so yeah, I thought, okay, so if he was talking about early in the game, yeah, maybe he had to learn these things, but he's been doing YouTube videos. He's been on like a bunch of people's YouTube channels. He's a big advocate. Him and Devolver Digital CEO. And of course, what's the name of that guy? Colin Moriarty. Lulu, whatever the name of his studio is. They're big advocates for Game Pass. Until it's time for somebody else to eat.
Got you. I see what you mean by that.
He actually apologized.
Yeah, because see, they only want the. Huh?
So Mike Rose apologized for this comment right here, where he says something about YouTubers. It's icky, feels icky and disingenuous, and he cannot do that. Days after receiving backlash for calling the move to pay YouTuber creators for reviewing a video game icky, Mike Rose, the founder of No More Robots, known for publishing SPIRITTEA, has finally apologized. Why would he apologize?
Because you know how it is with the pressures, and you know, there's a lot of these big name people with money, so now they tossing around to make him look bad for saying truthful shit. You know how it gets.
But Tech, you're an Xbox fan. You know perception versus reality.
I know.
Right? They tell us Xbox has no games every day while we're playing games. Mm-hmm. Right? This guy did nothing wrong. Because it would be icky. Because I guarantee you these guys that are getting on the internet reviewing Call of Duty and all these other big games, they're not getting paid, but it benefits their channel. So the way that they see it is they want to tax the little man. This is why this is a capitalistic society. Yeah. We don't care. What's in it for me? You do me showing off your 16-bit game does nothing for me. It's all for you, so pay me. But let's just say Activision and their new MMO comes out, they're going to be begging for a review code, and they're not going to get paid for it.
So
Just like your boy who no longer wants to do the console war. He was crying because he didn't get a Starfield code.
so
Right.
What's his name? Reforge.
so
Reforge.
in this article I'm reading, naturally, Rose's comments created quite a stir across the community, with people calling him out for shaming a general expectation, which is paying YouTubers, right? YouTube creators invest time and money to create content, and they deserve payment as much as anyone else would for professional work.
Whose article are you reading?
Dot esports.
Sounds like IGN.
Esport- Yeah, it sounds like one of these sellouts. But listen, dot esports. There's
One of these hit
nobody who's
pieces.
trying to get down, or who's trying to get down with the IGNs and the other sellouts. Man,
Dude, I would not
that's literally
apologize
not the facts. Yeah,
because
I can't, shame on Mike
because
Rose
paying
giving in
somebody
to
to
these
review your
assholes.
game,
bro.
it does feel icky.
Exactly.
It does feel icky. It does feel like he says disingenuous because now you're paying for their like fake opinion, right?
Yeah.
You may not like it,
but-
but hey, make it sound good because I need my game to be pumped up, right?
Tech, you know the original way, right? From this whole marketing thing. Like Google started this whole thing. This is a Google platform.
Yeah.
You get a code, you get a link, you get a promo code, and you watch my video. And for anybody who clicks your video, who clicks the link from your video and buys the game, you get a cut.
Yep.
You have to be creative. I mean, some of that is on them for not being creative. You want money? Fine. Let's test your reach. Let's test your marketing. And let's see who responds to your marketing, and we both eat.
A while back, this is way before I started doing all this and the Minecraft stuff. I would go through the Xbox store and pick several free games that was in the store, and these were like one-person projects, right? These are like very unknown games, and I would review them. I mean, I'm not a great reviewer or anything like that, but I would talk about it, right? And I'll publish a video of it. I actually got one of the developers reaching out. It was just a one-person guy saying this is the only game he's ever created. It's like, dude, thanks a lot for covering my game. Nobody's covered my game. I was like, dude, you're welcome. It's like, it was just fun to do. I just did it for the fun of it, I didn't do it for money or anything. I just happened to grab it from the store, download it, played it, reviewed it, posted it online, and then I was done with it, right? And a developer actually reached out to me or made a comment and said, "Hey, dude, man, thanks a lot for covering my game. I appreciate it." And it's like, "Oh man, no problem." It's like, it was fun. And that was
cool.
it. Yeah. But there's many, there's a lot of people out there who are smaller channels, and I'm sure, yes, I understand they don't have the major influence or the reach that the big ones do, but the smaller ones, man, they're the most appreciative.
Because they're out there for the love more than
you
anything
reach
else,
out to them. These one-man studios or a small team studios, reach out to the smaller ones, and they will cover your game just for the fun of it, right? And they'll give you an honest review and not expect any payment, right? And you'll get an honest review based on that instead of some big YouTuber like, well, you got to pay me. Now they just got their nose up in the air now. Like, you got to pay me.
Yeah. Like, and when they started, they were begging like these guys to give them codes for free.
Yes.
Like they were nobody. And now they think like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why he got all these views and support in that tweet. And that's why I'm saying now, shame on him for giving in to these assholes, man, and making and apologizing.
I would have
don't
never
do that
like,
shit, bro.
dude. It just I wouldn't have.
Don't give them what they want.
Don't bend the knee to these stupid people here. No.
Yeah, man.
But
Not cool, bro. You messed up with that one. Not a good look. I'm
So-
just gonna say.
Anyway, that's about it. Strong Switch sales, great Game Pass deal, immediately profitable, and the future is secure for the game, which means it'll get updates for a long time to come. Thanks to everyone who picked it up. Hope you're enjoying it. So, of course, people chiming in. Phil Spencer chimed in. Congrats on the success. And yep, and that was it. So great job,
Cool.
yada yada yada. Until the people started to gain, you know, you start getting outraged because
Of course.
no, he doesn't believe in paying YouTubers. I was like, well, I wouldn't want to pay them either. Screw those guys.
And I just love how they just like pretend like that's the right just like attitude to have on this. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand how anybody could even sit and debate this like this is a thing to be thought one way or another. It's black or white, and you guys are on the black side of this. You know what I'm saying? Like what's bad and what would be right. I'm not trying to say like white is right. I'm not trying to say I'm like one side is wrong, one side is right. It's just that simple with this.
Yeah.
Like to pay YouTubers to review a game, like you're supposed to be on the dill stick of these game makers to try to get their content up
Yeah.
until you got to a point where all of a sudden you're a big name and now you're thumbing your nose down at the next little guy.
I mean, just
What
getting
the
the game
hell?
for free is like enough payment for me. Like, dude,
Yeah.
what? You reach out, you want to give
Yeah.
me a game and you want me to, man, I'll make a video
The
for you.
kicks and blues and ad revenue they'll get.
Yeah.
The hell?
Yeah.
And especially if you're one of the big namers who doesn't take the money, right? And then this word gets out, right? And you didn't even realize you accepted it, unlike everybody else at your level, right?
Yeah.
And then it comes out that this guy Mike Rose, who's responsible for the game, says, hey, that people are charging or trying to charge me money to review their game. But hey, this one big outlet didn't do that because look,
Yeah.
they reviewed the game way back when it was new and nobody knew about it.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is a outlet I'm going to support from now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like opinion changes that quick, right? And
Yeah.
and look at the whole thing with Destin last week when he was trying to do that live streaming and try to make it seem like there's no Xbox.
Yeah.
Patch,
I haven't
right?
watched that yet.
He lost
but-
a lot of stuff. He lost a lot of. I didn't watch it. I only heard about it, but I heard that he was complaining about his sub count going down. Yeah, bro, because people are seeing what the f you really like, and we're and we're unsubscribing. I subscribed from him as soon as I heard word about this, bro. But he was already on my bad list for a minute now. I'll subscribe from him on YouTube and elsewhere, bro. And apparently IGN and all these other resources are getting hit for their bad behavior. Look at Oh No's Alex. He basically tried to make a video where he was trying to say that the Xbox tax wasn't real. He was getting his ass reamed out in his comments, in his likes and views, and then even Fratanga Plays came after him about it, bro. There was a whole back and forth on Twitter, and Alex was losing. It was so hilarious. And then Frit did his live stream yesterday. I think it was yesterday, talking all about it, bro. Like, yo, it's and it's not just about him, about these people, or about this game or the subject. It's about the situation. Some things are just black and white like that, man. Like this situation is, right?
Yeah.
Paying YouTubers to review a game. It used to be you guys beg to get this stuff for free to be able to review it. Now you want to get paid to do it? You're not.
Yeah.
Know your place. The big names don't get it. Don't get paid for it. Okay? Who the hell are you to ask for that?
I know.
Like,
it's nuts.
like us YouTubers and stuff, and this is what we're trying to do, and not trying to be the big name. But all you're trying to be is the big name, and then after that to put this smear campaign out there, like the F. And this is why I say, yo, shame on him for giving into it.
Yeah.
Right? When he had
it's
the
tough.
narrative and the power of this internet to do all that stuff, man. Oh wow, this is just. I don't even want to look at this game no more. I don't care about it at all now. I was thinking about trying it until you told me that part. No, I don't care.
Yeah.
And now it's Mike Rose. I'm not messing with this stuff, bro. I'm just not. That's just me.
All right. Are you going to mess with PlayStation? Because, man.
At this rate, no, I'm not. Still, they can't give him a reason yet.
Oh, my God. They're being sued. Everything's going wrong. Multiple layoffs. Jim Ryan being fired and then forced back in with a white T-shirt for public perception. Connie Booth gone. PSVR 2 no longer being a priority. The Consumer Protection, the CPA in Germany has issued a warning to Sony in regards to terms and conditions of the PlayStation Network and will sue if no changes are made. Dude, they are hurting bad.
Dude, if any
7.9 billion lawsuit. Oh my.
Tech. I'm gonna put it to you like this. if there was ever two memes that I see countless times, I can describe them and you'll know it, right?
Uh-huh.
Right? That explains the situation. One is with Elmo with the flames behind him and his arms in the air. Like, that's Sony, right? But the other one that's also like this is that one with the dog in the hat and he grabs the mug off the table and he's like, and there's flames behind him and he's like, this is fine.
Yeah.
That's Sony right now.
Mm.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. That's Sony right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, like they're on fire and everybody's acting like it's all good. Nobody's really talking about it like that to that big of a degree, right? Because guaranteed, if this was Xbox, whatever,
Yes.
right, or Nintendo,
and it's funny how we always say this
Sega.
when something bad's happening to Sony. We're saying if this was Xbox, dude,
But if it was
everybody would be
Nintendo too,
talking about it.
yeah, it didn't matter who it was, they'd be talking about it. Because if it was Nintendo, they'd be talking. Even Nintendo wouldn't be immune from this because they weren't last time with the Wii U, right? In the Wii U era when they were really bad, it was really bad for the company, right?
Yeah.
Like, Lord Jesus, man, come on, this is ridiculous. Like, and this is Sony as a whole on fire now, okay?
Yes.
Because this lawsuit, this is not a hit they need to be taking if they were not only the money that they would have to pay, right, but the results therein after the fact, right? Because there's the precedent it sets for the stuff they've done for a while now, and now they've gotten punished for it legally, right? Like they lost a case behind it.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna have to change these things permanently. So this is a thing they really don't want to lose. Besides just the money they're gonna have to pay, the rules that's gonna be in place afterwards, the precedents it's gonna set. That's gonna hurt Sony big time.
Yeah. Huge. Comments to this is finally Sony's being questioned for their anti-consumer, anti-competitive behavior.
Yep.
I remember when I first learned about Sony's lack of refund policy, I bought a game, played it for under 30 seconds, uninstalled it, and contacted customer service where I was given the golden line of, you downloaded it, you're not eligible for a refund. Should be illegal.
Oh, I've heard horror stories of, oh, they refund you, right? And then they kick you off and they block you on the service. That's the thing I've heard more than a couple times.
Yeah.
You've heard that too, right?
Yeah.
Like, the hell?
The second point is disgusting. Store credit I purchased with real. So he purchased a game with real money, and they're given store credit, but the store credit will expire. It's like, no. It's like, what? As for the first point, so here's what they're talking about. There's points here. So the CPA is saying they don't like this here. You lose your right of a withdrawal for a game purchase if you download the game. So if you download a game, you purchase it, then tough luck. You can't get a refund. Steam gives you refunds, right?
Yes, they do.
2 hours.
They have a great refund system, I think.
Yeah, 2 hours of play. As long as you pay
Xbox does too, though.
The Xbox does too.
As long as you play it for less than 2 hours on Steam.
Store
Xbox
credit needs to be used.
It's the Japanese companies that don't want to give you refunds.
Store credit.
Yeah.
Store credit needs to be used within 24 months or it's gone. It shouldn't be gone. Right? Parents are obligated to pay for any purchases that children under 18 make. And some of these comments, like I was trying to go through, where is it? The second point is disgusting. Store credit I purchased with real money should never expire. As for the first point, a minimum, you should be able to refund a game even after install as long as you haven't played the game, though I much prefer a 1 to 2 hour play window for refunds, just like what Steam does. And I've done that with Steam where and you know what? It's funny. I've played a game more than 2 hours and I still request a refund and they gave it to me. They were pretty open about it and they gave me a refund. When this guy says, when PlayStation is gone, developers will wish they kept releasing games on Xbox instead because Microsoft is rich and Xbox is forever. Xbox needs games. Okay, Danny. Oh, man. So,
and I swear it's like they're talking about something else when they could say this stuff. They come into anything about Xbox and just say wild shit and then just dip, right? Yeah. And oftentimes these statements don't even get any clicks, likes, views or even like views, you will see like the number after the like is like one or two anyway. Like nobody's even looking at that crap, right? They're just like a fart in the wind, right? With nobody else around to smell it, right? And it's just like, but they just do it whatever. They just talk shit and then just dip.
This is from Post Up.
Mm.
A big old list of things.
Yeah, I'm sure it attracted a bunch of donkeys to respond afterwards too.
Things PlayStation Twitter
Post is
refused
a
to
big
talk
name out
about
there.
or make a space about. Factions 2. Multiple layoffs across Sony studios. Jim Ryan being fired and forced to come back in a white t-shirt for public perception.
Yep.
Connie Booth fired.
And he
after
looks, oh my God, he looks like he, I don't know, like he's been drinking for a
He's
while.
bottomed out.
He looks
huh?
messed up. He looks older than Phil Spencer and he's younger than Phil Spencer
PlayStation.
by like 20 years, literally. I'm not
PlayStation.
trying to-
Is he really?
He's younger than Phil Spencer, but he looks older than him.
He does
See how
look roughed
like
up.
you assumed he was older, right?
PlayStation 7.9 billion digital lawsuit. That's crazy. PSVR
It's only about a
2
couple of years. Too. It's not
no
by much.
longer a priority. Jim Ryan the same white t-shirt speaking about Sony going beyond consoles. He's talking about the white t-shirt.
Yep.
CPA in Germany has issued a warning to Sony in regards to the terms and conditions of the PS network and will sue if no changes are made. No first-party roadmap, not a soul impressing Sony's first-party studios as they did with Xbox. Bungie delayed expansion and new IP, Destiny declining numbers after being under Sony for the last 2 years, which is true. Sony's reconstruction is happening right in front of your eyes and no question about who's steering the ship and in what direction. Yep. Sony possibly stuffing the ballot regarding PS5 hardware sales. But hey, Xbox, right? Xbox.
Always.
Always Xbox. Yeah. They're in trouble, man. Who knows what's going to happen?
Not looking good at all.
Not looking good. Did somebody send a message or what?
I didn't
My
see
service
anything.
already. He says, sorry, guys. That's okay, really. So I understand.
Yeah.
He's out in the sticks right now. He's not in proper Houston. He's outside in the skirts. So, oh, well.
Man's out here working hard, man. Get home
He
safe,
is.
bro.
You know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen, he says. We know.
Of course.
But yeah, it's tough, man. It's rough to see that Sony's. I mean, they had it coming.
Facts. Right.
They had it coming, man. It was a matter of time. It will catch up to them. And here we are.
Simple facts. Simple facts.
So I don't know. So Apple or Amazon to the rescue. It's gonna like get the PlayStation port of Sony, maybe.
You folks had better hope it's not Apple. You PlayStation. Listen,
But hey, isn't the PlayStation a premium product? Is that why they do it at premium prices? So it will fit perfectly with the Apple model.
that's what I'm saying. Apple, listen, man. But you see, Amazon is treating Luna like cable. That's why nobody talks about Luna or cares. They have the capability to be about as good as Google is with this stuff. Remember, who's got the most cloud servers out there?
About
It's
Luna.
not Google. It's not Microsoft. It's Amazon. Amazon Web Services is number one in this cloud thing, not Microsoft, right?
I
It's
forgot all
very
about
close to number
Luna,
two.
man.
Right. So they do it like cable TV
Yeah.
when it comes to Luna, right? Not only do you have to subscribe to Luna, you subscribe to like the Ubisoft channel, right? To get Ubisoft games. And then to the Capcom channel. You get like ridiculous. So listen, man. Sony better fix their own house instead of becoming, a bum and having to move into somebody else's house like Amazon or Google or
For
heaven
sure.
forbid Apple,
For sure.
right? Because no gamers are gonna like that at all. Like Xbox gamers will point their laugh, but what kind of negative influence will they have on the rest of the rest of the industry, right? You don't want to see it.
Ooh,
Just telling you, folks. No matter who you cap for, you don't want to see that.
cappity
Tell you
cap.
from now.
How many caps? Stop capping. Well, you
You
keep
you should
capping.
do like Sherlock Holmes. That's what you should
Keep.
do. One in the front, one in the back.
Oh yeah. Let me do front. Keep capping it up. That's how I roll.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy,
That's
man.
how I roll. I almost did a thing last week.
What was that?
I almost did a thing. I almost traded in my PlayStation unit
Ooh.
for the newer model.
Why?
So
Well, no,
so-
no, no. Well, I'm not gonna knock that action. I'm not.
and so I went one weekday, and I picked up that purple PlayStation controller. Remember that? I think I mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
a
Yeah,
while
yeah,
back.
yeah. I remember that.
So I bought that, and I was talking to the guys, and they had a PlayStation, the new model PlayStation, on the counter. Bam! Right there in front of the register. And I asked, "Hey man, you happen to have the new model?" He's like, "Yeah, man, we got a whole bunch in the back." And he's like, I was like, "For real?" He's like, "Yeah, we got plenty of those. We don't have the Spider-Man one. We have the Modern Warfare one." I said, "No, that's good enough." I said, "You guys taking the launch model for that?" They're like, "Yeah, but you're only going to get like $325." And I was like, "Well, that covers most of it. Covers more than half of it." He's like, "Yeah, but last week we had a promo where we'll give you $50 more." And I was like, "Ah, shit." So I missed out on that, right? He's like, "Yeah." I said, "But we'll give you $325 as long as you bring in everything, like the controller, the cables, and all that bullshit." And I was like, "All right, cool." I said, "You got plenty of those?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, "All right, then I'll be back later tonight." That same day I was planning to come back and do it.
Oh.
But I think I got tied up with certain things that I never got a chance to download my saves, back up my stuff, and reformat it so I can take it over there. And by the time I realized, like, I forgot to do that. And it's like, I forget. I was like, oh, I don't need it anyways.
You thought better of it finally.
Yeah, I was like, man, it's like I don't need a no vertical stand, ass shaking when it's horizontal console, right? I want a nice steady console, and that new Slim, from what I can see on videos, it's not stable enough. So I saw the size comparison. It's a big difference. I mean, I would take the smaller one.
Yeah, and let's not forget, they officially don't call it the Slim. That's not even their Slim console yet. They have good ways to go, buddy. This is just another revision because it's smaller, but it's definitely not Slim. It's not slim enough to be called Slim. That's how big the last original models were. Like, they're calling this the Slim. Number one, it's literally not Slim, such that even Sony doesn't call it Slim. That's just the name everybody
we're
gives
accustomed
nowadays.
to call them.
Yeah, we're just accustomed to calling it that. But see, that's the thing about it. Like, we get accustomed to that, but then everybody else who's not paying attention to the details even a little bit, but even those who are capable of, just don't, and they call it the Slim and treat it like a Slim, and their expectations thereof, or that of what a Slim would be,
Mm-hmm.
and it's completely subliminal. They don't even notice that they switch into that mode and acting like it's this big revision when it's not really that big of a revision. I mean, I actually personally, if I was to ever get a PS5 and they increasingly rare, I will get one by the end of this generation, right?
Yeah.
It's increasingly unlikely, right? From all the moves they keep making, and they just not doing anything that makes me want to get one, other than like it would be a better PS4 Pro, right? Because I always did want a PS4 Pro, and there are some PS4 titles I have that would be better on a PS5, but right, like, it's smaller, it's nicer, but why would I mess with that now? Yet and still, like, and the stand thing, the little two-piece of plastic, that's not gonna knock, because I would have it standing straight up. So I actually do understand why they took out the stand, because it can stand on its own now properly without some other piece. It doesn't need it now.
Yeah.
Right. But rightfully so, people give them crap for it because it didn't affect the price positively at all.
No.
PlayStation has done a lot, obviously, that's saving them money with this revision. It's already using the more efficient chip, like from that last revision. Remember, we broke that story even before it was really a thing amongst our group, right? And now there's this. But now you look at the PlayStation Portal, right? Completely ridiculous how far they've gone with that, and still charging $200.
It's crazy.
And they're making a killing off of each one of those, bro. They have to be. We discussed, I think, last week
you
about
know,
how much
I'm not
we
gonna lie
really
to you.
think
I
it's
still
costing.
want it. I said it before, but I'm not paying $200 for it now.
No,
I
man.
was being generous last time, and I said, you know what? I'll pay $130 for it. But now that it's
That
been
was
out
too
for
much. I remember thinking that. Yeah.
now that it's out for a couple of weeks, and seeing what I'm seeing online, I'm like, you know what? $50.
Yeah, bro. I would
$50.
say, to be honest, 75, and they better add some software features to it, like at least
Yeah.
at least let it access the PlayStation Cloud from the web and not require a console at all,
Yeah.
right? But you know the reason why they didn't do that. Not that it's not capable or they couldn't have and still keep their crazy margins on this
Because you know
device.
people use it for Game
It's the
Pass.
fact. No, it's not even that. It's that they won't sell their consoles, which is
Oh,
the
yeah.
stupidest thing
Yeah.
to not want. Because at this point, I figure they're making at least a tiny profit on these consoles, even this newer version, right? So it's not at the point now where they're selling so many consoles and it's literally death by 1,000 cuts in that degree. But it's really their main problem now is they're not selling enough games, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying they need to do that, because it'll still sell the service to you, because we know their service numbers are dropping horrendously. Been dropping since even before the two merged, the cloud thing
Like
and
me
this
dropping
thing
those
merged.
elbows.
Right. So they better figure themselves out, bro. Like I said, Sony's gonna be a bad situation real soon if they don't.
All right. Well, I'm dancing around in a chair now, so that you know what that means. It's
That
time.
means we gotta do this last topic and we got to dip because somebody's being called by nature.
Yeah. So what's this?
Yeah,
What's
can-
this last topic here? Do you want me to bring
Yeah,
up
can
your
you put
link?
that on the
right?
screen there?
Yeah. let me-
Yeah. Completely something random and stupid,
It
but
is random and stupid.
it is stupid. And here's the thing.
All
I
right,
don't
hold
knock
on.
anybody's diet, right? But well, let's first read the headline, I guess, is more important.
This is random stuff. So this is Kraft's newest mac and cheese is ditching cheese. What?
They're making a vegan version of mac and cheese with the white cheddar and the original flavor, right? They're making a vegan version, right? So it's
Vegan
not
version.
actually
Oh,
cheese.
these
So
freaking
it's not made
vegans
from milk,
always
right?
ruining everything.
Okay, here's the thing about all of this, right? I'm not trying to knock anybody's diet. You don't want to eat meat. I think that's stupid personally, but I'm not knocking you for that or anybody who's not eating meat, right?
Yeah.
However, why is it there's a subsection of vegetarian / vegan culture where they try to emulate the foods they actively don't want to eat, like meat and other things. Like I've seen it where they try to emulate like a fake burger,
Yes,
right?
the Impossible
these
Burger.
plant-based burgers, like the Impossible Burger and I forget what the other one is, right? But the idea is you don't want to eat meat, so why
But
are you
you
trying
wanna
to eat
imitate
a
meat,
fake
though.
Yeah, but you want to imitate meat though.
Yeah.
Especially for those who it's less about their diet per se, although they will factor in that and give that as an excuse or like points thereof to do that. It's about why would you, if you're the type to not harm against animals, you're a PETA type person, whatever.
Oh God.
How would you emulate the things you're actively against as a principle, such that you change your diet? Like, who is this gonna eat this? Unless you're the obviously these vegans and stuff, right? I imagine, but why try to emulate eat things that aren't vegan, but don't have to be changed to be
Wait,
vegan compatible?
But if a vegan person is all about, healthy foods,
Yeah.
vegan this and vegan that, then
Mac and cheese
why
wouldn't
eat
be that
pasta,
food
dog? Because
anyway.
that's nothing but carbs
Yeah.
and weight and shit.
Yeah, that's another aspect of that, right?
It's like this
No
is literally like the
way.
most unhealthiest food you can think, unless the whole the pasta part is being vegan too.
Well, it is naturally because it's a grain. It's just the cheese that's the thing that's making it not vegan or vegetarian, right? It's the cheese.
So,
But why? It's none of the reasons why somebody would be vegan or vegetarian otherwise, other than it not being a choice of their own, like they have a condition and they have to be, right? Why?
it's just another move
would
for a
you
company
want-
to accommodate the 2%,
Right.
the 1%.
Right. It's not even going to make them any money, like most of these things don't. The Impossible Burger and these other fake burgers are the closest things I've seen to anything being successful in that emulate something that's not actually meat or vegan or vegetarian compatible arena. That's one of the only things I've ever seen that's ever been successful, even remotely, right?
Yeah.
So I just don't understand. I just found it to be, they don't need fake, they don't want meat for whatever multitude of reasons. So why would they? Why? If it tastes good, sure, fine.
Hey, I've had the Impossible Burgers. They're not bad. They're good.
I'm not fucking with it on principle, but yeah, I respect that.
My wife
might
has
be
bought
way
some of
not
those
bad.
those plant-based whatever burger patties. The only thing that like to me, they tasted good. They were fine. No big deal.
Mhm.
The problem I have with it is when you're grilling it, you can't grill it because it'll fall apart.
Right. It's not meat.
It's not
So
meat.
here's the thing for me. Like I said, I've never been against any of this stuff, but somebody at barbecue tried to trick me into, and it was a woman. I'm just gonna say it because the dude wouldn't do this because I would have punched him in the face and he would have known not to. Already before then, right? But
Hey, you know what you try, SIKSLAYER? You need to try the new cheeseless.
bite the burger. I'm like, wait a minute, this is what's up with this burger? And I'm receptive in what people say and also don't say.
What is this bullshit?
I'm like, what's up? And she reacts in a way I'm already clued in, and already I'm not chewing anymore. I stopped the chewing, and I already want to put the burger down in the plate.
Did you
right?
put your put your bitter face on? Like,
I'm like, but like I'm not gonna consume anymore, even what's in my mouth. I'm already like, no, pause. What is this you've given me, and why are you trying to be deceptive about it?
give me some
right?
real meat. Well, that's what
Right?
Punty
I
would
had
say.
to just
Punty would say,
say-
"Give me the meat."
Yeah, he would. I should just say, hey, this is one of those fake meat burgers. Just try it. I would have tried it, and the taste wasn't that I would have, but it was on the principle of it,
Yeah.
right? She tried to deceive me. I'm like, F no. Right?
Those
and I
are
have
breakup.
vegan friends and
Those
stuff.
are
I went
breakup
to a
actions.
farm, yeah, in Woodstock, New York, in like the springtime and stuff. Saw a lot of animals. It was cool, man.
Say, man,
right?
why
And
don't you
they had
try some Impossible
no problem
Burger,
with it.
man?
But it was the concept of like they tried to emulate hot dogs with something that was made out of beans, and it tasted great. Actually, it really did.
You know,
right?
a person who's a
I don't
vegan,
understand.
how would they know what a burger tastes like in the first place?
Unless they converted, because most people like they convert
Yeah.
into it, right? They're not born into it or whatever. They choose this after the fact.
Oh, it's a choice.
Yeah.
They weren't born like that.
Yeah. I didn't even mean it like that, but literally,
They weren't born
you
a
know,
vegan. They chose the lifestyle. Sick.
Hey, don't come after me, letters people. Where I wasn't talking about y'all.
The alphabet people.
The alphabet people.
Hey, I like the alphabet people. They're cool, you know.
Hey,
But
hey,
don't
whatever,
be
man.
all, you know,
In my face with yours.
with your fairy wings and everything. Be all mad about it. Get your pixie dust out of my face, dog. Get them out of here. No.
Yeah, but yeah, man, you guys always talking about sports and stuff. I wanted to bring something a little different than
Your mac and
the main
cheese.
gimmick topics that we
There's
have.
conspiracy here. They're trying to take our mac and cheese now.
And Texas sports teams that I can't root for because I'm not from Texas and never been.
They're trying to take our burgers. They're trying to take our fries. Now they're trying to take our mac and cheese. Leave our mac and cheese alone.
And now they're giving us fake meat.
Yeah, they're giving us fake meat, man. Try it out, man. It's the best burger and it's healthy for you, man. It's good for the heart.
Actually, just said that I at least would have given it a try. I would have, and in hindsight, I remember the taste. Knowing myself, I would have been like,
Did you do this number where you had like balling out it, like just rolling out of your tongue, like
bro, but I did that on purpose with the disrespect because she deceived me,
You're like,
right?
"Bah."
And I don't like when people do that. I don't like that at all because I don't act like that towards anybody ever. So I don't want it to me. And she tried. It's like I feel like it was the vibe you get when you feel like somebody's trying to poison you, right?
Yeah.
That's the vibe I gave to her. Just like you said,
Bah.
and just let it fall out my mouth into the plate.
Let's just let it roll out. Don't even spit it out. They'll go tap tap. Just let it roll out. Like,
Yep, that's what I did. For real. But yeah, man, that's how it goes.
Stop taking our food away, man. Man, you gotta have options, man. You know.
They took our germs and they gave us fake meat.
Fake meat. It's not fake meat, man. It's just like it's natural. So is meat.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is that natural? All right, man. I'm dancing around. Nature's calling. I gotta go. Six gotta go because he's 1 hour ahead. Realist had to drop out because his technology, his faux sucks, doesn't work. And what else, man? We'll talk to you next week. Peace, guys. Gotta go.